then. I will be presenting in English. Sorry, I don't speak Bulgarian, even though I understand a lot of it. So, I'm from Zebra Technologies, and, well, let's do this 10-minute sprint as soon as we can. Let me just check how this thing works. Okay, that's good. I got it. So, what about this new era in manufacturing? What we know is that we need to produce more and more items, more and more products in less time. And the way to do it is to, well, optimize efficiency. It's very difficult now to find more people who will work, and you cannot just throw in more people inside the factory plant. Of course, you cannot find them either, and that's also an issue. So what we need is actually real-time monitoring. We need to know where each and every asset is at every point in time throughout the production process. We also need connected workers who can easily check all this information, gain the insights in time, and then react accordingly. We also need new communication technologies. We have seen the intrusion of IoT inside factory plants. This is where we have Wi-Fi 6, Wi-Fi 6E, now even Wi-Fi 7, and private 5G networks as well. And we need to provide end-to-end visibility throughout the entire supply chain. And this is where we have a lot of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and we have that now. It's not something that it's in the distant future, but we have that in the region as well. So it's not something that's far away in the West. It's here with us. So luckily, Zebra has all these solutions, and we can help you with that, of course. What we have here is actually an overview, a glimpse of what Zebra does and what we have been doing for decades. Zebra has been around in the market for more than 50 years, and we are producing mobile computing solutions, so mobile computers, Android, rugged, hardened devices. We also have Windows tablets as well. We have purpose-built devices, which I will show you in one of the next slides. Then we have the data capture. Data capture is actually barcode scanners. We have barcode scanners. There's also the RFID, which I like to say is also data capture. Everything here is actually really data capture. Why do I say that? Because we gather data right where it's being generated, and there is a lot of data being generated inside the manufacturing plant. You have tons of data there that needs to be analyzed. And who can collect it better than the people who work in the front rows? And this is actually what we do. We produce the tools to gather these data, analyze them, and use them in a smart way. And then we have location monitoring and sensing. This is what we produce. I don't know why this is black. There's something wrong. I'm sorry, I lost my slides. Okay, that's good. Thank you. So, basically, locationing, real-time locationing. Now we're doing that with passive RFID as well. This is why we have one of our readers. It's ATR 7000 that actually provides real-time data about the location of an asset, so you can always know where it is. Do you know why it's important? Because of process tracking. You want to know what happens. And at the bottom of the screen, so after 50 years of working with hardware, we also produced some new software or acquired some software. So there's Matrox imaging. Matrox is actually machine vision system. It's used in industrial automation. This is, let's say, our new step that we made 2 years ago into industrial automation systems. And I will show you also, we have some smart cameras as well as the machine vision software for quality assurance, automatic data reading, and then sending that data into your backend systems. Now, here is a glimpse of our mobile computing portfolio. As I said, we produce hardened devices that can be used in harsh environments. This is just the part, or these are some use cases inside warehousing and manufacturing. Of course, every manufacturing plant has a warehouse as well. So we produce devices that can help you with all the processes, that you can streamline entire processes throughout the production chain. So you can go with devices that you can use for picking, for packing. You can have devices that you can use for work in progress tracking. You can do asset tracking with our devices. So we have the handheld computers that you can use to scan or to track any work orders, for instance. There are also those handheld devices. You can see them there with the keyboard. It's mostly used in manufacturing, but even more in warehousing. Why? Because sometimes you need to enter data wearing gloves. It's not just enough to scan it. You also need to enter it manually. So this is done much easier with a physical keyboard than the on-screen keyboard. Then we have tablets. You can use tablets, of course, for work in progress. You can use it for tracking people. You can use it for work orders. You can use them throughout the manufacturing plant because these devices are very tough. You can drop a hammer on them and they will, of course, not break. And then we also have other purpose-built devices, and you can see why I'm saying purpose-built, because we have different devices for different use cases. So purpose-built devices are also hands-free devices. Those are wearables. You can wear a mobile computer on your hand, on your wrist. You can wear a scanner on your finger. And the worker has both hands free to work whatever he does, what's his core job, what he has to do every day. He will be much more efficient. Of course, if he is paid by, on norm, he will love this, of course. We have devices that you can wear as a watch on your wrist as well. And of course, those small scanners that can fit also on the back of your hand. So this is also important because, especially manufacturing, if you produce auto parts or pharmaceuticals, which are small, you need to use both hands, or even for some heavy lifting. But what you can do, you can always scan an item and then continue working. And this way, you can track the entire process of production because your worker can always enter the data right there, right at the production line. So, time is really running away from me. Okay, so I mentioned private networks, 5G, 4G. We have partnered with all the major vendors that produce 5G and 4G infrastructure. We've seen many companies, and we have them also in the region, in Croatia, in Slovenia. We have companies that have built their own private networks because they need communication throughout their facilities, and it's become very expensive to build Wi-Fi infrastructure because you need more devices, you need more cabling. You can do that more easily with 5G, and you can cover greater area with 5G than with Wi-Fi. So this is why we have devices that support the entire, or all, let's say, private network ranges, frequency ranges, and we support all of these vendors, all of these manufacturers. We work with them. Now, data capture. I will not go into too many details, but I will just, avert your attention to the second row on the page. These are industrial ultra-rugged devices, scanners. And now we have the very extended range, we call it extra range scanner, so you can read from just 1.5 centimeters afar, but you can also read from 32 meters distance. So this is very nice, and this is very good in warehousing especially. Now we have the machine vision. I mentioned this. These are our smart cameras. This is just part of the range. Now we have a new one, VS42 as well. Fixed scanners, machine vision solution, which you can use to automate data gathering and also quality inspection. So with machine vision, you can inspect, and you don't need any controllers behind. With smart cameras, you can do it just with the camera. You don't need a controller. It has all the intelligence built inside it. So what it does is actually, it takes an image, it looks at an item and says, okay, I'm missing here a barcode. Here I am missing, let's say, I'm missing a cap on the bottle. And you can either stop the line or you can alert your workers that they need to pay attention to something because something is wrong. The quality is not good enough. So, why Zebra? Okay, never mind, I'll be quick. Because we provide direct support, we have our support center, but we also only do this part of our portfolio with partners who are experienced in industrial automation, who have been working in this area for years. We have handpicked just a couple of partners, and they are very knowledgeable and very experienced. And of course, this is probably the only part of the portfolio where we're the cheapest one. So now, we have printers, all the items. If you want to track anything throughout your facility, if you need traceability, you need to gather data, but in order to gather data, you need to label and tag all of your items. This is why we have printers. So we have industrial printers for high volume printing and very harsh environments, desktop printers for medium volume printing. Of course, there are car printers. We can print ID cards, but there are mobile printers for printing on the go, right there on the spot, right there where you need to gather and assign the data to some item. So I'm only showing you the industrial printer lineup. Why? Because just to see, we have the good, better, best approach. So these are, good, better, best. These are the best. With the highest volume printers, with most features. We have OEM printers, which you can install inside your production line for print and apply solutions. Now you can also add print and apply capabilities to the ZT400 range because we have aftermarket kits that are very easily installed. So wherever you need to print a label and apply it automatically, you can use this printer easily. The RFID portfolio, we have the readers, we have supplies, labels, hard tags. Also, why is RFID important? Again, automation. We have companies that have automated plants, manufacturing plants that have automated their traceability throughout the production chain in Serbia, in Croatia, in Macedonia, in Bosnia. So we've done this already, and they have end-to-end traceability, not just through manufacturing, but also inside their supply chain. So they can visit every customer. They will always know exactly which worker has been working on that specific product, how long has it been in production, if there's a bottleneck, if it's stopped in one part of the production process and it needs to be addressed. They get all that information automatically. And this, I have just one example, well, two very, very short examples of a solution. So these were all the products. Now, this is an example of how you can build a solution with all these products, end-to-end. So work in progress, you get the passive RFID tags, passive RFID labels, you print them out on one of our industrial printers, apply this label on an item. We have RFID readers installed throughout the factory in specific strategic points. Whenever an item passes this point, you get information that it's past that point, so you know where it is inside the production process. Then we also have, aside from the readers, we also have tablets that workers can use to monitor the production process. So this is just one typical solution. And another is actually robots. We produce also, well, we like to call them cobots because they're collaborative robots. They don't work without human, but they work alongside with a person, with a worker. They help them do the mundane tasks that they should not really do. So a worker shouldn't walk throughout the facility the entire day because, people are people. First, they waste time because they should be doing something much more productive. But when they walk, they tend to hide wherever they can, lose more time than they really need to. Cobot doesn't do that. It just does the replenishment, brings in the materials that they need, or takes away the rubbish, or just moves anything that you need to be moved throughout the company. And this is why we have it used to be fetch robots, but now it's Zebra Fetch. So this is also something that we do. And thank you very much. I think I've went over time, but sorry. Have a nice day.